Hey everyone, and welcome to our channel. My name is Amy and I am one part of Rise. My partner Molly is not joining me for today's video because today is a lived-in experience for myself and it's about social media. So whether you're on it, whether you're not, everybody is talking about it. It can be seen as a really positive place for a lot of people, but equally it can be seen as a really negative place. So basically what I'm going to do is share why I've decided to come off Instagram, especially the pros and cons of coming off, and maybe why you want to think about taking, even if it's a day, away from your phone for a digital detox. So let's get into it. The main reasons why I've decided to come away from Instagram is because I felt as though I was living through my phone a lot of the time. I'd naturally pick up my phone if I was bored and just kind of get lost in the scroll. And sometimes it could be like up to 45 minutes to an hour. It's easily done. If you haven't seen, there's a Netflix documentary where they talk about how Instagram is actually made to be an addiction with the constant images scrolling. It's something that happens inside your brain. I won't get into the science into it, but if you haven't seen it, check it out on, I'm sure it's on Netflix and other channels as well. So I really wanted to take back time for myself and really to start living my life rather than through a screen, although I know I'm on a screen right now. The second reason is I've really been quite conscious about the amount of blue light that my body absorbs. So this is something that particularly mobile phones, laptops, we've got artificial lights, even like your LED lights can give off a blue filter that can really affect your nervous system, particularly your stress cortisol hormone can kind of increase with the more extreme amounts of blue light that filter into your body. So yeah, I've just been really conscious about trying to limit that as much as possible, as I've been suffering with insomnia. I haven't been sleeping that great, so I thought, okay, well, this might actually help that as well. The third reason is I've been struggling with low self-esteem, so my self-worth definitely declined the more time that I found myself on Instagram. I could see that I was comparing myself to a lot of people, even signs of jealousy, and I just thought that is not the person who I want to be in this life. So I'm basically taking back my power by taking a little bit of time off of social media. Now, I haven't decided for how long, but at the moment, I'm really enjoying it. So let's get into the pros next. So when we talk about the pros, one thing that I've definitely noticed is I am a lot happier. Definitely a lot happier. I feel like I'm being forced to reconnect with friends and family in a different way by ringing them or texting them. And in a positive kind of light, it's a good way to see who your real friends are, because sometimes on social media you just have people that contact you as soon as you put a story up or if you post something, which is great because it's nice to support, but sometimes it's good to really delve in to see who your tight-knit people are. So that's one positive thing I've definitely taken away. I'm less anxious, that's 1000% for sure. I feel as though I'm taking back my sense of self-worth. I feel like, yeah, it's a lot healthier when I step away from social media, and the times that I have jumped back on, that anxiety's come back up again. Anxiety is kind of when you're living constantly in the future. So they say that anxiety is linked to the future, which is the right side of the body, which is quite interesting because I always have problems with my right shoulder and right hip. So I don't know if any of you are into like Chinese medicine or Ayurveda, but you might know what I'm going on about. So yeah, definitely a lot anxious. Another thing is I'm having a lot more time to myself, which is really, really good. I've been able to get back into activities such as reading, self-development. I've been practicing yoga a lot more, which has been so nice, like actually wanting to get onto my mat instead of just going like, okay, I'll just get on my phone and then I'll go to bed. It's been a really nice practice before bed and it's definitely helped me with my sleep overall. I'm trying to think of other things. Less time sitting. I'm not sure about you, but if I'm on my phone and on Instagram or any other kind of social media, I'm usually sat down, and it's usually because I'm waiting for something and I'm bored, or I'm sat traveling, whatever it is. By coming off social media, I'm just being a lot more conscious. I'm having a lot more time to be present with myself and with others around me. And most of the time, it means that I have to move more because it's less time being sat down on my phone. So that's the pros. And we're going to get into the cons next. Okay, so when we're talking about cons, remember this is all from my own experience. This isn't like what may happen for you or what you may find, but as regards cons, I definitely feel more segregated. So the sense of I'm missing out on special events with friends and family or occasions, maybe even birthdays, or if people have been away traveling, I feel like I'm missing out on some things. Which could be seen as a pro or con. It depends on the angle that you switch it from. But I find that I'm unable to expand my network. So as regards of making new friends or finding people that inspire me. I used to go on Instagram a lot for things like finding out what's going on with the planets at the minute in the cosmos, or inspirational quotes or people that really empower me and uplift me. So I feel as though I could be missing out, and I probably am missing out on those things on a daily. But that also has a positive to it as well, because it means I need to seek elsewhere, maybe inside, for some inspiration. Another thing, yeah. Okay, so we have a business, Rise, obviously, and I feel a lot of guilt for not being on social media, as it means that Molly, my partner, has to do most of the work for us. So all the posts that you've been seeing over the past few months, I'm not gonna lie, it's been from Molly. She's been so dedicated and on it, and I cannot tell you how grateful I am to have a girlfriend that supports me so much in this decision. But there is that sense of guilt there, which I definitely need to work on, because it's okay to have a break. It's okay if you're not feeling 100% when you're going on social media all the time. It's okay to step away from that platform. And I'm not a person to say that I'm definitely stepping away long term, but for now, I am really enjoying it. When I weigh out the pros and cons, I definitely feel as though there's a lot more pros for me. So this is something that I'd really recommend. If you are thinking about taking a step away from social media, this is what I do for everything. But write yourself a list of pros and a list of cons. So reasons why it would be good for me to come off social media are. Reasons why it might be bad for me to come off social media are. And just see what comes up. This is a really nice little journal prompt that you can take away. And please feel free to share in the comments below what your experience is with social media, how you feel in your body when you are on social media and when you come off as well. It's so important to really check in with your body and how you're feeling. These can be huge signals as to whether you may need a break or not. And lastly, signs that you might need to actually take a digital detox. This could be for one day, this could be for as long as you need, a lifetime. It's entirely up to you. Number one, how do you feel after you come off social media? If you are feeling more negative, if you feel sad, down, like you're missing out on things, then maybe it's good just to step away for a little bit and then come back to it, see how you feel again. Number two, if your attitude changes towards yourself and towards other people, for instance, if you start noticing you're comparing yourself physically, or whether it's career-wise or what somebody else has or is doing, if you feel negative towards yourself because of lack of or low self-esteem, self-worth, or if you are maybe projecting a lot of anger and jealousy towards that person who has that other stuff, that's also probably not that healthy either. So another reason. And finally, a really important one, I spoke about it at the beginning of this talk, but blue light filter. If you haven't read into it, please take a moment to get yourself educated, read about what it does to your body. It sends you into a state of stress. So we have our sympathetic nervous system, which is basically where the cortisol levels rise. And if our cortisol levels rise in that stress state constantly, it can really you can make yourself sick. So just have a moment to think about that. Also, if you're suffering lack of sleep, insomnia, I guarantee stepping away from your phone, even if it's like 2 hours before bed, will just give you a little bit of downtime. So maybe pick up a new book, get yourself reading, do some relaxing yoga, whatever it is. Just give it a try, and give yourself, say, 7 days where you switch your phone off 2 hours before you go to bed. There's also something you can do on an iPhone, and I'll link the video below, but basically it sends the screen into a red light. It's Timothy that shared it with me, so thank you for sharing that. I use it all the time now. If I do need to contact somebody, it's urgent, I've got my phone on a red light, so I'm not being exposed to that blue light. But lastly, I just want to say it's okay. If you're not feeling okay, please reach out and ask for support. Whether that's a friend, a family member, somebody in your workplace. If you feel as though you're struggling with social media and it's really affecting you, then tell somebody about it. And I guarantee just sharing the problem will already make you feel a little bit better. So yeah, as always, thank you so much for watching and listening. I'd love to hear about your experiences. Please give this video a like and a subscribe, and then pop any comments down below if you have any questions. I'd love to answer them. Sending lots of love as always. Thank you. See you.